Let's take a few minutes to look a little more deeply at the library. The library is a place in the app where you can upload various file formats. Then, consume that content in the library, and as you consume it, you can create spaced repetition flashcards linked to the things in the content you want to remember. You can upload PDFs, Word, PowerPoints, and other formats. You can add PDF versions of web pages to your library simply by pasting the URL here, and our servers will take care of the rest. Add videos from YouTube and Vimeo by pasting their share URLs. Your progress through the written content or video will be reflected as a percentage. I've opened a very long PDF, the OpenStax Textbook Anatomy and Physiology, which has 1,317 pages. The File Viewer toolbar has several annotation tools. It's helpful to know you can view the file in full screen mode if you prefer a larger field of view. Let's return to the regular size field of view. This viewer is a product we licensed from a company that produces superb PDF tools. However, we customized their viewer and added our specialized tools for learning. Our tools have colored icons. The core benefit of consuming your content in the app is that when you see something you want to remember, you can create a spaced repetition flashcard linked to that text. This link creates something special that I'll describe in a bit. Simply activate the text tool and select your text. This little pop-up will appear. Decide if you want to create a linked note or a linked flashcard. If you create a note, it'll end up in the Notes section of the app. If you want to create a flashcard linked to this text selection, click here. The flashcard creation form opens, and the selected text is copied and pasted into the question and answer fields. Obviously, this is not a useful flashcard. It's just a starting point. It's up to you to edit it. You may prefer using our AI to generate a flashcard based on this text. Here is a suggested flashcard. You can click to edit it, save it as is, or delete it. One of our system's rules is that you can only create and link a single flashcard or note to an active text selection. A faster way to obtain AI-generated flashcards is to first read a page and ensure that you comprehend everything you've consumed. And then, when you're ready, just click here, and we'll generate a set of AI flashcards. Now you can proceed to save all of them, but I suggest that you curate the suggested flashcards. Be picky about adding scads of flashcards to your collection. Make sure that you only include ones where it makes sense for you to memorize that particular thing. You should also look at the quality of the flashcards. This is AI, it's not perfect. Don't add flashcards for concepts you don't comprehend. If there is something you don't understand, reread it, and if that doesn't help, figure out and plan how you're going to solve that knowledge gap. That's metacognition. Sometimes, it can also be helpful to edit a suggested flashcard to ensure that the text is written in words that you really understand. If you want to see the text linked to a flashcard, click it. The linked text will usually be brought towards the center of the page, and it will have a dashed line around the area of interest. At this point, if you don't already know, you might be wondering about the purpose of deep linking flashcards to the precise location where you learned that thing. The purpose is to allow you to immediately see and review the source content should you ever forget the answer when practicing memory retrieval. Our AI is prompted to pick out the most important concepts, facts, and formulas you should recall from this page. If you want to add a particular tag, you can type it here, and that tag will be added to any flashcards you save. You can see that we already have 30 flashcards linked to this file. And you could go practice all of the flashcards linked to a file by clicking this button at the top of the open file. Now, another type of flashcard you can create is a snip flashcard, and that's basically a screenshot of an area of interest. This is a fairly large image, and I'm not going to try to create a flashcard based on this whole image, but let's snip part of it. We're looking at the spinal cord and the different segments of the thoracic and lumbar portions of the spinal cord down here. I'll perform a snip. As you can see, the image has been placed into both the question and answer field. And of course, we could go delete this from the question. I'll keep the image and type above it. Okay, so we have this image and this little message I typed, and now I'm going to show you another type of flashcard that can be based on a snip or a text. It's called a redaction mode or a redaction flashcard, and it involves covering areas of interest in an image or text. We'll leave the text as it is right here. We're in what we call the redaction composer. And now I'm going to redact these bottom three. When you practice memory retrieval with this flashcard, you'll be presented with the image, and these three areas will be redacted. And one by one, you'll be challenged to retrieve from memory what is hidden behind the redacted areas. Here, we are practicing with the flashcard we just created. You can see three redacted areas. The first redaction has a purple frame around it. Look at that area and try to recall what's hidden behind it, then click to reveal the first redaction. Then, you do the same to reveal the next redaction after you've recalled what's behind it. After you do it for the last redaction, the flashcard turns over. Suppose you didn't recall these answers and want to return to the place and context where you learned them to quickly refresh your memory. The source file opens on the exact page with the source image. Okay, we're back in the library. Let's say that you want to make a note. We'll turn on the text selection tool again, and we'll click to create a note. This is the verbatim text of the note. You can edit it however you like, but it will still be linked to this text. If you have a document such as this book and start making notes, all those notes will be loaded onto a master note entitled Anatomy and Physiology 2E. You can decide whether to prepend or append this note to the master note. Each note you create will be prepended or appended to the long note. I won't edit this. It will be sent to the library inbox in the notes section. I'll save it as is, and then we can proceed. Here, I'll take a snip. And again, I'll create a note. And here's that note, and I could add some text here too. I won't do that. I'll choose to append it, which means putting it at the bottom of the master note for anatomy and physiology. I'll save it. And now let's go to the notes section. Go to the library inbox. And anatomy and physiology, that's what we were just working on. Here are the two notes we've made from the anatomy and physiology book. Notice there is a link to the document. If you click this link, it will open up the document exactly where this note is linked. With Smarter Humans, we believe in deep linking everything because that mirrors how your brain works.